Good morning. Good morning. This is the All In Crew Mastermind. We are getting into a topic today of controlling your negative thoughts and don't letting them roam free in your mind. So I'm going to go with a quick paragraph and then we're going to get into this. We have Brandon Angel, Aaron K, Sean Lynch, Kevin Chop Shop, and Fire Within Fitness. So don't allow negative thoughts to roam free, unregulated and unmanaged. Take ownership of them and start to practice managing your thoughts so that they can work for you rather than against you. Okay, so I mean, for myself, I'm always fighting this. This is a constant battle for me. Every single day, I battle negative thoughts. I battle negative things that happen all day. It's just how it is for me, and I have to. It's a constant practice to stay in a positive mindset. I guess because of how society is. But getting stuck in that loop when you start thinking about something and get stuck in that loop for, oh man, it can last a long time. When you start thinking about whatever you're thinking, relationships, jobs, what you have to accomplish, and if you whatever, and getting stuck in that place of not being in the moment and carrying yourself into a place of negative outcomes that haven't even happened. They haven't even. You're already putting that negative outcome into your thoughts, and you're already playing this mental fuckery in your mind that hasn't even happened. It hasn't happened, and humans dwell. We dwell on things. We doubt, and that's where the positive mindset has to come into place to make changes. For your life, your life every day. So I'm going to hit up Brandon Angel, managing your thoughts and staying away from negative thinking.
Yeah, just have your purpose, have your plan, have your your goals all laid out very well, and have your commitment in check, and just stay flow state to flow state, applied, being productive the whole time. Never stop moving. That's really my thing, man. I never stop moving. There's really no time in my day that I'm ever really sitting on the couch. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting, it's at the computer and I'm putting together a standing desk for myself. I think I just heard about those. I also do something called the P. Yeah, I also do something called the P feed, right? And I've actually been doing this since I was a little kid, off and on. But every time I hit the head, I try to do some stretching. I try to do some these Chinese drum things. Maybe I'll knock down some burpees, right? And but I'm always just like checking my whole entire inventory as well, like all my stuff and everything that I'm dealing with and my notes and all that every time I piss. So like you can't get more on point than that. You see what I'm saying? And you can't. There's really you're really starting to like fill up all those dead spaces where negative thoughts can creep in with productive action. And yeah, like I have a lot of energy just naturally. I'm kind of a hyper individual, so this is something that works really well for me.
Right on, right on. Yeah, that is a strategy for sure. Um, and I like how that you execute that. And I think that's what it's all about too, is having that strategy to you're having your tools, like Kevin says all the time, those positive tools to create your moment and to continue on with being in high frequency is absolutely essential. It's essential to stay in that area and not to bring the only person that can bring you down is you. If you think about it, that's the only thing that can bring you down is yourself. Like, you listen to all these top level guys, and they're content. They're like, I watched a guy yesterday. He's like, I love it when people hate me. He's like, what the fuck do I care if they hate me? He's like, it takes more energy for them to hate me than to love me. So it's like, okay, man, go ahead and hate me all you want. At least you're consuming some energy my way.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. I'm like, okay, I get that. So
if you don't mind, real fast, and
yeah,
because yeah, like another thing is about what you said a little bit, and I welcome whatever capacity fan club wants to be as well, right? But back to what you said just before that, as far as like nothing can bring you down. I mean, you could get hit by a truck. You could get, shit can bring you down, right? But you can definitely be that person, I feel like, that can become most impervious to that. And you can definitely be that person. I think really your character will be defined right here. The person who can get right back up from that and start trucking again. You know what I mean? And I think that we can actually slap some blame on somebody who doesn't, you know what I mean, for too long of a time, who doesn't get back up. If they don't get back, if they take their time down there and they take too much time down there, and I'm guilty of this. I took too much time down there one time, you know what I mean? And that's not ever happening again. I mean, hopefully I'm never down again, right? But I think your character really, really comes out in how quick and how furiously you get back up, right?
Man.
Oh man, that was fire. Yeah, that was.
Go ahead. Does Sean have to bounce?
Go ahead, IR.
You got to bounce. Let's hear from Sean.
Okay, go ahead, Sean.
Well, the only thing that I would have to say as far as the negative thoughts is the best way possibly to correct it is action. I think
yes.
Wes always talks about getting out of the negative mind state. Can't solve problems in the same mental state that created them. So whether that's physical, doing burpees like we do, or whether that's just knocking out your task list, there can be nothing better than that sometimes, most of the time.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what I got. Appreciate it. See you guys.
See you, Sean. I'd like to go here because
go ahead, brother.
That auto suggestion, which is self-hypnosis by repetition of affirmation or a powerful self-talk process. This is huge. Repetition is huge. When you're negative, how do you defeat it? Think of its opposite. The law of polarity works here. And with the affirmation, metacognition, which is to think about what you're thinking about, when you hear that negative voice and you recognize it and you start thinking about what you're thinking about, this is how you change shit. Awareness of it, and you're like, oh, wow, I just had that negative little demonic thought. How am I going to defeat it? By saying the opposite. I used to tell myself I hate my motherfucking life, right? And then I just switch it up by saying I love my life and want to live. I love my life. And I defeated it. It's very seldom that I'll have that thought. Even though I'm going through some bullshit, man, I like Wes Watson says, it's all internal work. And I had to read books on neuroplasticity, which is rewiring your brain. And when you change your mental habits and rewire your brain, you create a paradigm shift. You shift your paradigm from something shitty to something more polarized in positivity. And you have to do it through the power of repetition, repeating the same shit over and over and over again until it becomes hardwired, until it's hardwired in your brain. I know this is so powerful and so simple that it's overlooked, but the power of self-talk is enormous. That's why I think we should create a powerful self-talk thing to actually try to sell, like savage self-talk.
Powerful
over and over
self-talk.
again.
Yeah,
Man,
powerful self-talk is your thoughts. You're putting thoughts in.
Man.
You're putting your thoughts into your mind directly.
Yeah, absolutely. And to start your day with 15 minutes of this for say 6 months, you're gonna rewire your brain. You're gonna change your brain. You're gonna create new neural pathways. So this is how you defeat negative self-talk.
Yeah, and I'm gonna add to this. I'm gonna add to this right now. Having a team that brings you up, and pumps you up on a daily is that is gold. Okay, that is straight gold. And I'll tell you right now, the proof is in the pudding. Watch any professional team and watch how they pump each other up in any sort of game, or what they're going onto the field, or we're going on the ice, or whatever they're doing. They're jacked and they're pumping each other up, man. They're pumping each other up the whole time.
You know how Wes Watson says, put a depressed person's self-talk on a loudspeaker and you'll see how selfish they are. Put a fucking champion self-talk on a loudspeaker. I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear that one, because they're not fucking, oh, I feel like shit. They're like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to defeat this, That's the self-talk I need to hear. That's the shit I love.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? It's so fucking, you know what it is? It makes it look pathetic and weak. It makes it look pathetic and weak.
Right. That negative self-talk.
Can you imagine listening? Can you imagine comparing? You're like, who is that?
You'd be like, what a wimp. It's like, you have to make the powerful empowerment of self-talk. You have to empower yourself with repeating positive, energetic positivity into your head. I mean, the quality of your life is dictated by the quality of your thoughts. That's just it. You have shitty negative thoughts, you're gonna have a shitty negative life. If you make positive thoughts intentional, well, equals and opposites, right?
It's just like somebody coming up to you and say, fuck, man, good job, right on, fuck, get the next one. And you're like, yeah, thanks, right on. Yeah, I'm going to get the next one. I'm going to hit the next one, right? You know what I mean?
Isaac Newton said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So the action of having a negative self-talk is going to create a negative reaction.
Whoa.
Going to create a negative reaction. If you want to really go there, fuck that.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go to Kevin. Let's go to Kevin Chop Shop. Where he's at on this.
Yeah, I touch on that self-talk real quick, because I've been listening to a lot of stuff and dealing with a lot of stuff, and for me, it's always, I learn differently. So when people say like, do this, do that, self-talk, blah blah blah, I get it, but I don't fully get it. So I try to understand it. And the way it was brought down to me that it actually clicked and worked was this guy bringing up the fact that take a kid that's getting bullied in school, right? So every single fucking day this kid goes to school and he's got a bunch of classmates that are telling him he's a fat piece of shit, he's a loser, he's a this, he's a that, you'll never amount to nothing, da 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 da. And then every single day that happens to him. And what happens to this kid? This kid goes through life like that, getting bullied. Obviously, is going to have a negative reaction on this kid, and he's
Yeah.
either going to be depressed and fucking shoot himself or whatever. So you
Yeah.
take that into a fact, and everything that you could possibly tell this fucking kid, right? Turn
Yeah.
that around and start telling yourself that, because that's negative self-talk. So you are your biggest bully. You're sitting there fucking telling yourself this. You're sitting there telling yourself
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's when it clicked to me, and it was brought up to this other guy, like, because I listened to lots, but this other guy brings it up, and he goes write all the fucking bad things that you say about yourself during the day, and then go home and tell your daughter that. Would you tell your daughter all the fucking negative shit that you? Not a fucking.
No
You
way.
wouldn't even bring up. You wouldn't bring up one of those fucking things. So why in the fuck would you bring it up and talk to yourself like that? So
You gotta treat yourself like your best friend, not like your biggest enemy. Right?
You have to.
Yeah.
But like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna treat yourself like your biggest enemy, or you're gonna bully yourself every fucking day, where the fuck do you think you're gonna end up? You're gonna end up in
Right.
this shit.
The
So that's
reaction.
absolutely. So that's what made it
Yeah,
click
you-
with me. As far as like the fuck, what was the main topic again?
Well, yeah, negative thoughts, negative
Negative
thoughts, and
thoughts.
not letting them.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
not
So
letting them. Not letting them
yeah.
roam free. Not letting them roam free.
Exactly. So for me, I've been trying to break that down for myself as well. And for me, breaking that down is it's all I've done it to main bets and side bets. So my side bets are shit that comes in, other people that piss me off, other things that fucking piss me off. And those are all side bets that basically I don't mind losing these fucking side bets. So I'm not gonna let this negative thought or this negative person or anything go after my main pot, my main win. So it's just a side bet, and if I lose it, no big deal. But my main pot where I'm fucking all in is myself. So when I've been doing that, I can't I don't know, I can't fuck with me as easy, because my main bet is on me, and I can control me. So anything that comes in, or how it is, I can deal with myself, and I'm dedicated and disciplined that I will not lose that fucking bet. But if someone
Damn.
comes in and pisses me off during the day, whatever, I don't give a fuck about losing that. That's just a side bet. That's just a side bet. Like, it's not going to consume my life, and it's not going to wreck my day, and it's not going to fucking make me go broke. So, and that's
Damn.
how I broke that down.
Well,
Damn.
that
Yeah.
outlook, like that bully outlook, is just, man. I'm that was fire. AR, go ahead. I know you got something
Yeah,
to say.
man, you can only if the only way someone can piss you off is if you allow them to be in a place of power. Like you told me, Kevin, when I was going to court, be like the mob boss,
Yeah.
power. You can't let the external world dictate your internal world. Your internal world has to dictate the fucking external world.
Wow.
It's the other way around,
Well, I heard a guy. Go ahead, Brandon Angel.
Hey, I love you guys, man. Have an excellent meeting. I've got to jump in the thing, and I don't have the service so, all right. You guys
There you
have
go.
an excellent
Get it,
day.
Later.
Thank you very
Have a
much
safe
for
trip,
being
buddy.
here.
Yeah.
Text us when you touch down, bro.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Kill it. Crush it.
You
You
know
know it.
Right on. Rock and
Yeah.
roll.
So I heard a guy yesterday on a podcast saying, "Yeah, the thoughts are your demons in your head," and I said, "The
Yeah.
demons,
Those
the
negative
demons in my
thoughts.
head." Wow.
Yo,
And he goes,
if you feed them, that could be the demonic possession that Wes Watson talks about, where you have no control over your thoughts. You're just like demonically repressed. It's like base animalistic fucking mind, man. No, you have the power to control your thoughts. May as well. I mean, man is a thinking being that gets to either control his thoughts or be controlled by them. I'd rather control
Whoa.
my thoughts, bro. You know?
Wow, this is a good.
You don't
It's a-
fucking go to your fucking lawn and start fucking fertilizing and fucking and giving the weeds fucking water, right? So why the fuck do you
Right.
negative any sort of fucking food?
Yeah. You're going to grow whatever you plant there. Every thought is a seed that has the potential to grow. You may as well plant and fertilize those good thoughts, feed and water them, fertilize the good thoughts, and let the good thoughts grow in abundance. That abundance mentality, man, is just saying, no, that's a bad thought. Fucking weed that up, pull it up by the roots, get the hell out of here. You know?
But it's important that you fucking ripping those fucking weeds out and throwing them in the fucking garbage. It's just as important that when you put those positive fucking thoughts in there, that you fucking keep watering them and fucking tending to them so that they actually grow into something, right?
Right. Yeah.
And don't let outside entities poison your abundance of positive thoughts.
That's
Don't
right.
let you know what
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, right? That
Yeah.
energy, that demonic
Yeah.
energy come
It's
in
a
and
poison. It's a
and
poison.
poison.
And it could kill those good thoughts if you vibrate with that. If you let the negative, if I know how to get negative, real fucking negative. That's why when someone's negative to me, I go from my high vibe and I'm like, I'll sink a little lower than you. You know? No, you don't let that happen. You know, you don't let that happen.
That's energy. You just
That's
gave
it.
away energy right
That's
there.
energy exchange.
Yeah. Reacting.
Yeah, that's the reaction to the negative action. That's you reacting. Don't react. Respond.
And that's
what
they want. They want you to react and drop lower than them in their subconscious subconscious mind.
Low
right?
level people like that. You know,
Yeah.
misery loves company. Fucking don't stop them at the door. Freaking I don't like to be miserable. I'd rather be positive and empowering and encouraging than some miserable loser.
Yeah,
you know?
support the Winners Club.
Hell yeah.
Those cocksuckers are the ones putting the fucking umbrella over top of your fucking flower garden, making sure you don't get no water onto those fucking things.
Those bastards are what makes this world weak, man. You know. Oh man. Well, how is it? Oh man, I just thought of a really good quote. Let me think of it.
Let's go to AK. I know AK. He's been listening. So I want to see what he's got to put in here. See what he's got to say.
How's it going, fellas? Well, let's see here. The negativity. Well, I got a proactive and a reactive approach to that. My proactive approach is making sure I do my dailies, making sure I stick to everything, because that's when the negativity creeps in, that doubt creeps in when you don't stick to that shit, right?
Okay.
And then some days, I don't feel like going hard at the workout. So, I make sure I get into something, because usually when you just start breaking the seal on that shit, you get into it a little bit. Most of the battle's over with. That negotiating battle's done. You got into it a little bit, got the blood flowing, got the endorphins flowing, and you're like, all right, what the hell was I freaking doing there, So that's one way.
You squash it. You squash it.
Yeah, exactly. And then that negotiation stage is defunct cousins with fucking negativity. They both kind of like, you let the negotiations win, then you might, okay, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to maybe watch some TV show or something to just kind of escape the moment. All right, well, once the credits roll after that sitcom, fucking you're back to that negotiation stage. Oh shit, now what do I do again? So you just you're kicking the can down the road with that shit too, right?
Keep kicking the can
That's
down
why
the
it's
road with that.
non-negotiable. You can't. It's exactly why it's non-negotiable. You can't even have that thought in your head that there is a negotiation available.
Yes, it's
Exactly.
non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. Yeah, yeah,
It's like
Right.
exactly.
it's like trying to sell. It's like trying to sell something on fucking marketplace, and you're firm at fucking $30, and some cocksucker comes in and says, "I'll give you 25." No, motherfucker, I came in here firm at 30. I will take no less than 30. This is non-negotiable. I already know going into this, there is no negotiations available.
No
Just get it done.
negotiation. Yeah, it's almost
Exactly.
like how I look at it now. It's the mental fight has to be extinguished. It has to be
Mhm.
extinguished only into a positive mindset. And that's the thing. Like that's why I thought yesterday when this guy was talking about the mental demons, I was thinking slaughter the mental demons, slaughter them, and just get them out of just plow them out of your road, and don't let anybody feed you. They want to feed you negative thoughts or negative energy, and it's like, no,
Right.
I'm not going to receive. I will not receive. I'm not going to receive that. I'm going to walk by and delete. It's almost I have to delete you. You are nothing. It's almost like you're just you're invisible. Nothing happened. That's how you have to make it. That's how you have to make it. That's nothing to me, and you're looking straight ahead. You're straight ahead in a positive path, right?
Yo, could I just say the
They are,
quote
they
real
are.
quick,
Go
and
ahead,
then I'll
yeah,
let you
yeah.
go, Aaron?
No, go ahead. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Go ahead,
The
man.
quote is, mentally weak people complain without suffering, where mentally tough people suffer without complaining. You got to know if you're
Bingo.
around a mentally weak person because they're just complaining and they haven't learned anything because they don't suffer. You know, where the mentally tough people, they're not going to complain and they're going to suffer correctly. You
Yeah.
know, that's the distinction. That's the difference. You know when you're around a mentally weak person, you could usually pick it up within the first minute of talking to them.
Oh,
For sure.
You can feel it. Go ahead,
Yeah,
AK.
you can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, they want, I'll just touch on that too, because there's a couple things going on there, right? Part of the reason they do that is, they're trying to get validation of that negative feelings
That's
from
right.
you by
Yeah.
being like, oh, let me run this past them and
Oh.
get their approval on this
Complain with me.
negativity.
Complain
exactly.
with me.
Commiserate with me. Meet me at the dive bar on Tuesday night and let's fucking hash it out with some fucking cheap ass beer and
Yeah. Some Pabst Blue Ribbon.
go say something, Kevin.
I think for some of it is like complaining's can be like a form of fucking asking for help though too, right? So like
Yeah, it can be
yeah.
for me,
mispackaged way.
For me, complaining, I think is perfectly fucking okay, and I would love for people fucking to complain to me so that I can help them out. So, but let's have a solution. So
Right.
if you want to, if anyone in here wants to fucking complain about something, like let's go. But at the end of you complaining, we either have a fucking solution or you fuck off.
Yeah, we talk about your flawed thinking. Let's talk about your flawed thinking. That's why you're
do not bring that fucking complaint back tomorrow if you haven't fucking took a fucking action at fucking taking care of whatever that problem is.
How about you complain to me while we do burpees? Let's see how that works.
Let's hash it out. I have to touch on what AK said. Sitting at the misery pub and dwelling and sitting in your fucking cesspool of negativity, right? It's so sickening. It's actually, I think about it now and I'm like, it's actually, it's a mental illness. That's mental illness.
You know, they're validating their actions of fucking being in the misery pub and wallowing, drinking in their sorrows. It's disgusting. The very thought of it disgusts me, bro. Ugh.
It is. It
Because I
is.
used to do it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The
I mean,
misery.
investing in
I
that.
was a pretty happy drunk, but it's not a positive thing. It's not doing a positive thing.
No.
It's like making believe. Oh,
Well,
so
if you
happy.
think about this, go ahead, AK. Go ahead, AK.
Oh, well, you know, and plus the investment, right? If you look at all the money you spent on that Tuesday night, fuck, 20, 30, $40,000. If you did that for 30 years, 20 years, probably more than that, actually.
More.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and goddamn, you know,
But
look
can
what
I
you,
say
look at what
this?
you got.
Can I
Yeah, go
say
ahead.
this? What do you ever accomplish doing that? Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
Nothing.
You
It's
don't.
mental masturbation. It's a
Yeah.
solo fucking operation.
Solo operate, and you don't, and you never crack the egg, motherfucker. You never crack the egg. It just
Nope.
stays right there. It stays right at fucking zero. Right at zero. In fact, it depletes.
Yeah.
It depletes.
No stagnation. You're moving
st-
backwards.
You start hitting the minus. You start hitting the minus button, motherfucker. Hit the minus button, keep hitting it, and then you fucking end up being a stagnant, depressed, sickening disgrace. It's just the way it is. Disintegration.
Yeah.
Disintegration, right? So
Not
that's where
creation.
negative thoughts take you.
Yeah.
Right?
Disintegration.
Take you to
Absolutely.
the
Disintegration.
top.
Negative thoughts.
They don't take you to the
stem-
top. No.
Yo, negative thoughts stem from a place of ignorance, and ignorance is that negative vibration. Wouldn't you rather
Oh.
be positivity than negativity? You know,
Yeah, man.
and
I
and
look at-
positive thoughts stem from a place of knowledge.
Yeah.
a
Why not
positive
look-
vibration.
Why not look at a person and take the good? Take the good. Say, hey, what's good?
Yeah.
What's good, man? Not
Yeah,
this fuckball, glaring. Oh, what's wrong with you? Or what?
yeah.
What do you
You know,
look? What
that's
about
part of
this
my
one? What about
mission
this one?
statement.
What about this one? What are you looking at? What the fuck is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
What,
Yeah,
What-
that's
Yeah.
so
I don't
ego.
even know what
That's
that
so
is.
ego. You know?
Not
Sounds like
much,
a challenge.
motherfucker.
Sounds like a challenge to me. I mean, for me, this is kind of like a bit of a negative talk, to be honest, because like if I swear, if I had stupid trailer break, if I had someone at the bar who was freaking sober sitting there and was able to actually talk to me and fucking get me through my problems, I'd probably fucking pick up fucking drinking water and fucking listening to this guy, because I've being at the bar, great, not a great fucking place to be, but I've actually been there where I stopped drinking because I had some older gentleman there that was fucking just speaking fucking straight truths and wisdoms to me, and I sat there fucking having a freaking drink with him, and it was the best thing ever for me. And it was probably a month ago. I went into a place to go eat, a restaurant I used to go to drink. I went in there just to get food this time, and I seen a guy in there before, and he goes, "Oh, you're not drinking today?" I go, "No. I've stopped doing that." And he goes, "That's amazing." He goes, "Yeah, I have one glass of wine with dinner. I come in here all the time because I like to get a nice dinner." And I was like, "That's amazing." We sat there and talked about freaking his drug habits, how half his friends fucking lost their businesses. And this guy's got fucking 4 or 5 businesses on the go, and he hasn't stopped because he realized his problem was drugs and alcohol, and he cut it out and stopped. So he actually he kept on going and shooting up, where everyone else just fucking leveled out and fucking stayed in that fucking state. So for me, and like when I went to the cottage with my buddies, And I was bored. I wasn't drinking. You know, everyone there was shit faced, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna go for a walk. And I went for a walk, and I go out to this the one bar that was in town there, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take this as a challenge, right? And I walk in, and next thing you know, I'm having a conversation with two people that they want to stop drinking, and from me being there and me telling my story, and they're like, why the fuck are you at a bar then? And I'm like, I I I just I don't know. I'm drawn here. And the two people left, they're like, yeah, like I don't fucking want to drink anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. So I it's hard to tell. I'm not gonna tell anyone to go to the fucking bar and fucking help people, but you know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like I think those people are the ones that need the freaking most amount of help from, and I think it's important to take that time.
I'll say this quickly, and then I'll go to AR. When you in personal development, the vices that's just the first step. So like for me too, I can go to a bar. I went to a bar with had dinner with a friend of mine, and she drinks. Like she has the odd drink. She doesn't have a problem, but she's like, oh, you don't, like, you're really not having a drink? And I'm like, no, I don't drink. She's like, oh, you can like do that? And I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal. No big deal. I don't even think about it. Like I order an iced tea and I'm like, yeah, like it's not even an issue. But to be able to go and have that, I guess it's a strength, or that change, that massive change that you make, and then not even think about it is fucking. That's the growth. That's the real growth that happens in personal development when you're living and you're not even thinking about a substance. You're working on growing in your mindset. You're not thinking about things. You're thinking about, how do I get even better? How do I even get better than that? How do I build even for better and more and more? Fuck the vices. You know what I mean? That's just a thing of the past. You're looking at, oh, what's that level? Oh, I got to build here to get to that level. How am I thinking about, oh, wow, okay, this is just a completely different lifestyle of striving to be that 1%. You know, go ahead, AR.
Yeah, man, in the midst of my drinking, you know, there was nothing nobody could say or do to make me change my mind from wanting to get messed up, especially if I had already broken the sail for the day. There was nothing anybody could do or say to make me want to stop on my run. I mean, I was fully committed to drink till death, you know, and I was fully committed to do drugs till death. And I almost did. I almost accomplished this goal. Really sad, pathetic place to be, you know. And then after an overdose, doctor asked me if I wanted to get help. And it was 3 days away from my daughter's 6th birthday. And I was like, hell yeah, I want help. And then they sent me to a detox that shipped me off to a sober house that was really a trap house. How the fuck does that help?
Yeah.
You know, fuck you and your help. Shove it.
Well, and I'm going to say this right now. This is when it comes down to you. This is when it comes down to you. You're in control. I don't give a shit about whatever treatment center, whatever AA, blah, blah, blah. It's up to you to make the choice to stop and get on with your life. It's up to you to make that decision. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else can do it. Nobody else can do it but you. That's it. Done.
But it is fucking, it's crazy important that you get the right help from the right people though, because what Aaron just said there, like, yeah, if I was at the bar and, okay, I've been around friends who don't drink and they gave up drinking, but it was fucking losers that were like, you know, going nowhere in life. And they're like, you shouldn't drink. I don't drink. And then, like, you know, just like having that snobby little fuck face shit going on.
And they don't make it attractive.
They
No,
made
that
they
oh
made
that
it ego. They made it about them and not
oh
about giving
fuck.
it away.
Absolutely. And that
Yeah.
that gave me the fucking power to fucking just pound the rest of the whiskey in front of their face because fuck you. But
Yeah.
but when I came to this fucking group, right? And you
Yeah.
got all these guys that are fucking badass motherfuckers doing something for themselves, and it was never anything about don't drink, don't do this, don't do that.
No.
It was like, hey, this is how we're living and we're enjoying ourselves and we're fucking building on it. And I'm like, that is attractive to me. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do
right.
that. And then
Right.
it was fire on all fucking cylinders. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like fitness was never a fucking thing. Like I used to work out here and work out there and shit like that. And it was very short lived. And without anything, it just became part of it because it was
Yeah.
attractive to me without being pushed. I think we can all admit that we are not to be fucking pushed over fucking people or told what to do.
No.
You exercise for long enough, and then you just want to start your day with it because it's going to affect the rest of the hours in your day. It's going to make you operate at a higher vibration and have a perspective shift your perspective through the daily process of raising your vibration. It's like, how did I live for that long without knowing the simple fact?
Fitness brings you into alignment. That's what it does.
Yeah.
It fucking brings you onto the lane, motherfucker. It gets it gets your muscles working. Your mind is coordinating with all your muscles. You're getting into a zone. You're getting into a zone. Okay? Like that's it's how we're built. That's how we're built to move, man.
Yeah.
We're built to fucking
alignment.
move.
The other alignment is the thoughts, actions, and energy. Your thoughts, words, and deeds, when they're in alignment with the outcome that you want.
Yes.
That is true alignment. Yeah, because if one of them's off, you're not in alignment.
Fuck.
It's just how it is.
I know. Go ahead.
Leave too much on the table.
Just gonna say I love how you bring in the alignment thing because when I was actually sorry, and I need to do this again, but like Andy Huberman? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Andrew Huberman.
That's the one, sorry. And he brings like straight science into it. And if you actually look at the science between working out and within your brain, the foods that you can consume and can either go two ways. They can either give you a quick dopamine fix with a crash, or if you do it with a workout, then you get the dopamine from those certain foods, and then you get the dopamine from those workouts. But it actually transfers the what is it? It's a big fucking word. I don't know, but it and from those foods, it actually transfers it into energy into your muscles. So it's so
100.
funny that the alignment between your diet, your fitness, and your brain are all connected with each other and working together. It's amazing. So there's actual science behind this shit.
There's actual science behind it. Yeah, we're not just like it's common sense. If you honestly think about it, it's common sense. We are a machine. You don't let a machine sit in the fucking yard and not let it work. You fucking fire it up and spin the fucking wheels, right? You like it's common sense, man. Like holy, but
you say common sense, but there was no common sense for me with any of this shit. I did not know any of this until I fucking learned about it, right?
Yeah.
So
we needed it hammered. We needed the gift of knowledge to find out that it is common sense, right? Really, if you think of it that way. But we
needed this group of people with all different fucking backgrounds to fucking put it together. That's the best part about this fucking group is all the different perspectives, all the different fucking We got fucking Aaron can just send off a fucking quote that just fucking kills our fucking
Yeah.
day just like that. You know, it's
that's-
pretty amazing. We got a
that's the
fucking engineer
community.
over here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the community that's I'm so glad you just said that though, because that's what we're after. We're after building a massive community with everybody's different perspective on how to be good and how to be better
Yeah.
people. So that's what we're doing here. That's what we want, is to people have different people's outlooks and input
yeah.
on a positive lifestyle, right? On
Yeah,
a positive lifestyle.
you gotta value. We gotta value everyone's differences. You know,
Yes.
and you know, part
Yes.
of my mission statement was to see the potential, worth, and value in everyone I meet. You know,
That's fucking
potential,
amazing.
worth, and value. You know, and that's just what I want to do, because I know you better humanity one person at a time. You know,
Yeah.
and if you
Yes.
can reach a larger crowd, hell
Oh.
yeah, man.
Fuck, my hair standing up now on that one. Straight up. That's exactly what this is all about, you guys.
See, that's what I'm talking about right fucking there. I've always tried to put what you just said, what I've thought in my head into words, and then you fucking lay it down like that. That's fucking epic
What,
right
worth,
there.
value, and potential?
But yeah, because I said it the
Yeah.
other day. I'm like, I try to see the potential in everyone, and I try to see what I can gain from everyone. And then you say the potential worth in everyone. Like, okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, and value.
I'll take
Yeah,
that one.
everyone has.
I'll take that one.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, I
there
think
you
that
go.
one. Yeah.
Hell
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, that was fire.
We're gonna
That was-
freaking crush it today.
Oh yeah. Now there's
Oh,
AKs up in front of the camera.
Look, I wanted to finish the back end of, well, the first part I talked about proactive is just making sure I hit those non-negotiable steps, don't fucking negotiate at all. And then the reactive way is, I'm a little bit negative. I actually will, it sounds weird, but I'll become grateful for that negativity. I'll you know, embrace it and know that, you know, actually it's there to better me. And that kind of like objectifies it, makes it a thing, and, you know,
Wow.
doesn't make it me. You know,
Yes.
it's not me. I'm not the
Yes.
negative. It's just state that can help me progress in life. So that's the way I look at it. You know, I kind of, now sometimes shit happens out of our control, right? And that's when you need to like tap into just, you know, being grateful, you know, that,
Yes.
you know, you're able to get through a situation. Like sometimes, you know, people, you know, the external world does something to you, you know, where you're just like, you know, you can't do anything but, you know, adapt and embrace it and move on, right? So
There's
yeah,
nothing better. There's nothing better than nipping something in the bud and saying that's fucking wrong. There's nothing
Yes.
better than fucking
Yep,
finding something and saying that's fucking horse shit. That's horse shit.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm moving the fuck on from that. You know what I mean? That is the
Mhm.
best feeling, to learn that strategy. And that's what I was talking about the other day. Walking into a conversation and immediately grounding yourself right there and saying, what the fuck is going on right now? Right now, I
Yeah.
want to hear what's going on and being totally aware, and not that walk in all
Aware,
submissive and, you know,
Grumpy,
hey,
yeah.
guys, no, walk in,
Awareness,
plant your
yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
What do you got to say? What's going on? What am I hearing right now that's good for me? And to give that back out. Because if it's no good, I roll
Pitch
up
it.
my window. I'll just hit the
Yeah.
fucking power button on my window and roll it up, motherfucker. Fuck it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hey, Aaron, what you just said is an actual technique by letting the negativity in and embracing it. That is called welcoming, right?
Yes.
You don't resist the negativity, because what you resist persists. You welcome
Yes.
it in, and that's how you kick it the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on in. No, like you said, I'll
It
embrace
does
the
sound
negative thoughts.
counterintuitive, right?
I
Yeah, it
will-
sounds
Yeah,
like,
yes.
oh, well, wouldn't that make you more negative? No, it just makes it it just objectifies it, makes it a little material thing that I can just kind of look at and,
Right.
see
not
and
becoming.
work with.
Become aware of it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not become it. Become aware of it to defeat it by welcoming it and embracing it and
Stepping in the
thinking
back of
about
your
it,
mind and
picking
looking
it
at it.
apart. Yeah.
You understood it was a weed and not a fucking flower. Get rid of this
That's
shit.
right.
Exactly.
Right on, guys. Right on.
Thank you for finishing, Aaron, by the way.
Yeah. No shit. No shit.
Sorry, I apologize that we cut you off there. We were just freaking. It was just.
No, I
going,
knew
going,
I'd come
going.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
I'm
man.
glad that you came back.
Honestly,
I'm
I
glad
could
that
care
you
less.
came back.
I love
That's
the
bigger.
natural flow.
Yeah, I like it though. AK,
Yeah.
you see that he's working out, and then all of a sudden he's right in the camera. He's like,
Yeah,
he's
I got something.
He's like,
Let me
yeah, I'm
finish
in
my
on
shit.
this.
I got something fire here.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot. This is All In Mastermind. Great meeting, and let's fucking peace out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Crush
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
that's what's
Peace
up.
out.
The great one.